Hi students, today we are looking at consumer mathematics. Okay, we previously within taxation. Today's lesson we are looking at something called insurance. So when you're looking at the word called insurance, there are two things that we need to look at. Number one is called risk and the other one is called insurance coverage. This is something that you will definitely would have learned under mathematics form 5 KSSM. Macam pernah dengar kan? Okay, come, let's start. Okay, what is insurance? So you are supposed to understand an insurance is something called a risk exposed, which will cause financial burden, risk in the possibility of a disaster that cannot be avoided, or the knowledge on risk and insurance as a financial protection is very important for preparation for the future. This is already available in what we call, I've already highlighted there, Undang-Undang Malaysia Akta Insurance 1996. Alright, now from there, let's go to the things that we need to know under the part of insurance. Road accident that injures the drivers and passengers, perlu insurance. Damage on property in fire, perlu insurance. Expensive medical bills due to critical illness, definitely anda perlukan insurance. Getting injured on the football game, 100% insurance. Falling down a staircase while going to the library, insurance. All this requires insurance. So, insurance dipecahkan is a transfer of risk from individual to an insurance organisation. Maksudnya, I'm paying a premium, saya actually conveying or actually providing my coverage to be covered by the insurance organisation. The contract signed between an insurance company and insurance owner is called a policy holder. It's called a policy. So, if you check here very clearly, I've given you a policy holder pays a premium to the insurance company. Insurance company pays compensation for any loss incurred. Alright, now what are the information I need? This is something like theory. So takkanlah ini semuanya theory aja, mesti ada calculation kan? Coming, sabar tu separuh iman, on the way, coming. Alright, what are the infos that I need? Insurance company, the party that agrees to pay compensation for the losses of the agreed terms, definitely on the agreed terms. Policy holder, insurance owner, the individual who will claim and receive commission for the losses. Premium, amount of money payable by the policyholder to the insurance company. Insurance contract. What's an insurance contract? It's a policyholder and an evidence of an agreement made between insurance company and the policyholder. Okay, now there are two types of insurance. One is called life insurance, the other one is called general insurance. So let's look at life insurance. Life insurance covers loss of ability, death or critical illness. So it's actually something called, a purpose for this was to provide financial protection to family members who depend on the policy holder. Now, let's go to the calculation. Alright, so we go to the calculation now. Okay students, we have covered the theoretical part of the insurance. Now let's go into the calculation part. Let us start with the keyword called premium. So we are going to look at something called premium. Let's think what are the things that I need when I'm looking at the word called premium. The formula is already here for you. So I'm just going to teach you how to apply this into a question. Annual premium rate is always, if you check very clearly, it's 1,000 per face value. If you check this very clearly, renewable, just giving you a simple example, Syarikat XYZ as follow. So this is something that is already provided. So we are going to apply this. So let's go on this. Okay. Example. Based on the table, calculate annual premium for each of the following situations. Number 1. Mr. Guan wants to buy an insurance policy worth 100,000. He's 39 years old and he's healthy and he's a non-smoker. So, formula untuk cari premium over here. He's 39 years old, right? Number 1, he's a non-smoker, betul tak? So what I'll do, I'll take 100,000 divided by 1,000 times with 2.49. I will get his annual premium. This is how we calculate annual premium. For reinforcement purpose, I'll be giving you a lot of questions, something like this with the table. You need to calculate. When I send in the answers, you are able to check whether your answer is right or wrong. Just to make my students happy, I'm going to add one more example for you. Okay, let's calculate the annual premium for the following situation. Madam Shapua is 36 years old. Alright, healthy, non-smoker. She wants to buy insurance policy worth 250,000 and wants to add on what? Critical illness policy. So Sharikat XYZ offers a critical illness policy which is going to be a coverage of 30% on the basic value, and the premium is, as per what you can see here, my dear students, RM1 77 cents per 1000 based on Madam Shapuva's age and health status. Okay, let's go one by one. The first part, the basic premium calculation as per the normal. Madam, 36 years old, you can see very clearly, and she's a non-smoker. Amount to be insured is 250,000. So if you check here, all right. So let's go on the part, the coverage for the critical illness first. So 30 over 100 times by 75,000. That's how we get our first one, which is called the total coverage for critical illness. I get the critical illness sorted out first, my dear students. I hope you are aware of this. So 30 over 100. Why is 30 over 100? Because you can see very clearly it is given that 30%. Can you see the word? 30% basic value, face value. So 30% of the basic face value is, so she's going to cover for 75,000. Now let's go for the annual premium calculation. So annual basic premium, you can see it very clearly. We did this sebelum ini. Before this, we did an example on this. Now we go for the additional premium that she's going to pay because of the critical. 75,000 times 1.77. You can see that premium rate for basic critical illness. So add them up. This is how we get the premium to be paid annually by Madam Shapuvas. So first we need to get what we call the total coverage for the critical illness by using this keyword called 30% of the basic face value. 30% of the basic face value, I get my value for premium to be calculated. Then I did the normal calculation that we do, that you can see here, my dear students. This is the normal calculation and it is 177. So I calculated, I add them up, I dah dapat jawapan. Again, sir, we understand but still vague. Not to worry. I will add questions. I'll give you the table. You calculate and you see whether you are able to get. Then I will show you my working. Then you are able to access whether you really know how to calculate your life insurance premium payment.